Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play of Trails of Cold Steel. So, when we last left off, we had to go through... where are we exactly? The Norta Highway. We had to take out a monster request. Now, I did no off-screen grinding. I did think about it, but decided against it. So, let's get going, shall we? All hell's breaking loose. Joy. Damn right. Let's go. He's right. Every second counts. I agree. What the hell is that damn thing? And why are you all just standing in front of it? Seriously? Shouldn't you be running?
Alright, if you want to fight that badly, go!
Really, you have to give Green the first turn? Okay, fine. Elements are no higher or lower? Alright, let's go.
Burn to ash!
Why did you run to the back to do that?
I can do this.
Sure. What? No, I have a better idea.
Turn to flames. Burn!
Now, we will use you to detect it because that'll help unbalance it. at an easier rate.
I've got it.
Okay, the reason why I said that, whenever we use a battle scope, it will be the same thing as his detector skill. However, if you notice the unbalanced efficiency, how there is a orange star, that only happens when we use Elliot or Emma's detector skill. So it gives us an extra bonus toward unbalancing. So we'll get more link hits in.
My turn.
That's why I decided to use Elliot for scoping it out rather than using a battle scope. So let's see. There we go. It froze
Leave it
one
to me.
turn. And we get a crit.
Go get it.
Beautiful. Go.
Here we go.
And it froze for another turn. This is probably going to be a bad idea, but
Right.
we're going to try. Nope, 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 not that. Okay, let's do...
Let's go.
that. You are going to do... that.
Huh?
My turn.
You are going to do
All right,
this.
let's do this.
Okay.
You bet. My turn. Eat that.
I can do this. This is my secret weapon. Target normal energy. Rosetta arrow.
There's a performance just for you. Seven Rhapsody. You've been a wonderful audience. Yeah, you're done. Cross Raven. See ya.
You okay? Thanks.
My turn. Go. Flames, gavel on my blade.
How the hell did it
Alright.
heal?
I can do this.
My turn. Leave it to me.
Okay, you need to heal our buddy Elliot.
Here.
Thanks. I can do this.
Here we go. Huh. Ha! Leave it to me.
Oh, hell no, you will not.
Go!
I can do this.
Leave it to me. Eat lead! Right!
Good, we stopped it.
Arcus activate! Go! Alright, let's do this!
Okay. It's my turn. Fire!
Alright!
This guy's a pain in my ass.
This one's got your name on it. Hope you like it! Ha! Right! Arcus activate! Ha!
That's it, just keep freezing them. Got a 0 arts? Maelstrom.
Ha! Oh, we did
I
it!
would have ended him much sooner if he didn't heal somehow.
Yeah, more of that, thanks.
Oh, hey, Claire. Really, V? You know what? She makes a good point. Let's see, the nobles, the provincial army, probably in on it, because, like Claire said, the factory that was attacked, shouldn't the provincial army be all over it? Why weren't they? Okay, now that I have control again, there are things we have to do before we haul ass to the mines. Okay, first we have to go to the Ruhr Institute, talk to the receptionist to get a copy of a book. Take the elevator to the west and go to the 23rd floor. Huh? Oh, okay. So we have to haul ass after them, then it forces us back to Ruhr, then we can run around and do things. Okay, alright. I didn't read that far ahead. Whoops. Alright, so... there.
Ugh, every minute we spend here, things are getting worse for the miners. Stay calm, Elisa.
Yeah, the railway military police are on their way, after all. Let's at least try and get a look at what's going on.
That's why we're using turbo mode and hauling ass and avoiding all the monsters.
That one looks annoying. Watch out.
Oh, perfect. This place looks like it's under attack as well. Yeah, if he's right, something does feel off. If he's right. Yeah, it does make damn sense. Now that you're putting all the pieces together.
Well, to start with, we need to work out exactly what's going on here.
If it's true that the terrorists are working with the Noble faction, then it seems likely their aim is to eliminate the evidence of whatever they've been hiding in the first factory.
But did they really have to go this far? The Iron Mine is owned by His Majesty the Emperor himself, right?
That's right. The province of Nortia is tasked with managing it while Reinford mines, refines, and processes the iron. And iron is the single most vital natural resource to this nation's continued survival. If this isn't resolved quickly, it's going to deal a heavy blow to the entire country, including the nobles themselves.
So I guess the question is just whether the noble faction and the terrorists realize that or not. Sounds to me like they're a pretty divided bunch as it is.
Yep. The terrorists seem like they're basically all commoners, too. They're only cooperating because they both see the Chancellor as a common enemy.
And if that's the case, it seems pretty likely that what they're doing here is related to that somehow.
Sounds like someone started the party without me.
Angelica.
Angelica?
You came too, George? Yo, figured you'd show up eventually.
Well, we had to test the sidecar, obviously.
Spike is just full of surprises. We made the trip to Ruhr in 7 hours. So, speed-wise, we're looking great. Comfort, though, we're gonna have to tweak a few things. I swear, you two never change. Kinda figured Toho wouldn't be able to make it, too.
Yeah, she's working on gathering a boatload of information, though. She said she'd be in touch if she finds anything out.
Well, that's reassuring, at least.
Could someone tell me what's going on?
You seem to be hot on the trail of something, but I'm not sure it's the same thing we're investigating.
Does this have something to do with those family affairs you told me you were worried about?
Yeah, it does. I had some nagging suspicions about it. Unfortunately, my hunch turned out to be right on the money.
Hold on. Isn't the director of the first factory...
My dear Uncle Heidel Rogner, yeah. Seems like it might do us both some good to swap info. How about it?
Let's find a better place to talk.
Okay then.
They're dumping iron onto the black market?
Yeah. The amount of steel they're producing doesn't quite match up with the amount of iron ore being mined. That's been the case for quite a few years now.
Officially, the reason given is that the purity of the ore being mined is lower now than it used to be. But if you look at what's coming out of the mine, there's no evidence of that.
Well, that would explain why the figures don't add up.
And because they were feeding the raw iron onto the black market rather than the finished steel...
That makes it a lot harder to notice when a little goes missing here and there.
Man, Toho put all the pieces together on her own?
I'd expect no less from my beloved Toa.
She poured over everything. Reinford's yearly sales figures, government reports of the mine's productivity, you name it. That's how she picked up on the discrepancy.
She's really something else.
Iron ore being sold off the black market, accounting sheets that don't add up. George, how much iron ore is unaccounted for, roughly speaking? Do you know? Assuming for a moment that all the missing iron was refined into steel, how much steel would we be looking at?
This is just a bit of speculative math on my part. But I'd say somewhere in the neighborhood of 100,000 Torum, which is enough to build 2,000 oxen tanks.
2,000?
That's practically an army.
The Saxon iron mine is a pillar of the Empire's economy. The amount of iron they pull out of there is almost ridiculous. Even if you pocket a small amount every year, it's going to add up to a lot of iron real quick.
But what are they planning to do with all of it? Is the noble faction trying to make their own tanks in secret?
They couldn't even if they wanted to. Only the second factory has the knowledge and equipment to make tanks. And not only does the second factory have close ties with the Imperial Army, it also leans toward the reformist faction.
You need all kinds of complicated technology to make even a basic tank. It's not as simple as just grabbing some steel, some blueprints, and some grease and getting to work.
So what does that leave them? Selling the iron to another country for profit? I don't know how likely that is. Seems like deals that big would be too easy to trace.
Okay, so setting aside the ore itself for a moment. Now that you know this, and given what's happening in Ruhr right now, what were the two of you planning on doing?
It's pretty simple. My uncle oversees the first factory, and the provincial army is blockading the mine. There's no way my family isn't involved. On the other side, you've got all the miners just trying to do their jobs who got dragged into this whole mess. I'm a Ragnar. I might not be a great daughter, but there's no way I'm gonna let this go on without putting up a fight.
Angie. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You're seriously gonna go talk to your old man about this?
Hell no. Like he'd even listen to a word I said. Same goes for the Provincial Army. I'd just be wasting my breath. That's why I'm planning on sorting out this mess myself. I used to work part-time in the mine. I know the place like the back of my hand. As long as I can find my way inside, I think I can handle the terrorists well enough.
I figured you'd say something like that. Honestly, does nothing faze you?
You know?
In that case, I'd like to ask that you take us along.
We can look at this as a test of how to best respond to a sudden crisis. Looking at it from that perspective, I think it fits neatly within the scope of our field study. You?
Yeah, after hearing all that, I don't want to let them have their way.
Agreed.
I'm with Angelica here. My family's involved in this too. I feel like I have a duty to do something about it.
Thanks. Truth be told, I was kind of hoping you'd back me up anyway. Whatever help you can give, I'll take it.
Well, that's that. The next thing we need to consider is how to slip into the mine without the Provincial Army taking notice. At the very least, Angie should be able to get the officer in charge to talk with her, but...
So, what, we sneak inside while she's distracting them?
I don't know. That sounds a little overly simplistic to work.
Leave finding our way in to me. If anyone's good at cutting red tape, it's my mother. Maybe she could help us out.
She could. Would she?
Well, if you think so.
Alright, I'll leave securing an alternate route to you then. For now, I'm gonna see if I can find out anything else about my family's or the Provincial Army's involvement here. George, give Toa a call and see if you can find out what the Imperial government is doing about all this.
Gotcha. I'll see if I can turn up any machinery that might be useful too. This is starting to feel like last year's field studies all over again.
Okay, before we do any of that, we're going back into this diner. Okay. Not what I was hoping to find. Okay. Rest. Yes, that's what I need. Alright, perfect. That gave me full CP. That's what I wanted. I don't want to be going into a God knows what that we're going to be running into with hardly any CP to work with slash, hardly an EP to work with either. Okay, that's the person we needed to talk to so we could get the book. Oh, I had to take a double take. I thought I saw somebody else there. Alright, so let's haul ass to go see Alyssa's mom. Okay. Yeah, how did you know we were wanting to talk to her? Of course it is. Okay, sure. So what, do we have to talk to the person that's a receptionist or something? Because it's not giving me the option to go there. Do I have to go to this elevator? Nope. Yep, I do have to talk to the receptionist. Well, we just went to the 24th floor thinking I had to talk to Sharon before going to see Alyssa's mom, and she immediately commented that we want to go see the chairman, and she's like, wait, how do you know we want to go see the chairman? And her reply was, it's classified. So, yeah, sure. Yeah, okay, we'll go with that. Okay, so let me see if there's anything we have to do past getting that one book. And survey says no. Okay, so let's continue the game.
Welcome back, everyone. I've been waiting for you.
How did you even get here?
Weren't you just on the 24th floor?
I see how it is. You're taking Rhineford's side again, huh?
As long as I wear this uniform, I'm simply a humble maid of the Rhineford household. You, the chairman, and Master Gwyn are all deeply important to me.
Thanks, I think. Show us in then.
Of course. Please follow me.
Bring them in.
As you wish.
Mother, we need to see you.
Excuse us.
I apologize for canceling our dinner plans last night, but it's looking unlikely I'll be able to join you tonight either.
No, that's fine. We understand.
It's hardly surprising given the current circumstances.
I'm not sure what's keeping you so busy, considering you haven't even managed to fulfill one of your most basic duties.
My lady.
The miners who work at Saxon are employees of this company. With the Provincial Army barricading the mine and refusing to budge, those miners are at the mercy of the terrorists. I assume you've issued a formal objection to Marquis Ragnar?
Not on behalf of the company, no. It sounds like Director Heidel Ragnar of the First Factory has requested something be done as a formality, but nothing more.
That's it? The First Factory has been dumping huge amounts of ore into the black market for years now. Don't even try and tell me you haven't noticed it.
Of course I've noticed. Being unable to bring the First Factory in line allowed that to happen, and that's my failure, I admit. But think, if we assume the terrorists aren't acting alone here, what good would it do to issue an objection to Marquis Ragnar?
Well...
There are many possible outcomes to this crisis, and we must be prepared for all of them. For example, we need to consider the possibility that the terrorists may set off an explosive in the mine, and how to respond to that. This is a global company. Measures will need to be put in place to protect stock prices, taking Crossbell into account too.
She's got a point. Anything that affects the Reinford Company is going to indirectly affect a lot of people's lives.
Correct. The Reinford Group is its own entity with its own role to fill. And I have mine as chairman. The Provincial Army and the RMP are acting in accordance with their purpose. And one might even say the same of the terrorists. Action with a purpose. That's what keeps the world in motion. So tell me, what's your purpose?
Well...
If you get what I'm saying, I suggest you leave. I expect the explosion at the military factory is the extent of the damage the terrorists will cause here. I'll give you several additional tasks. I suggest you work on those for the remainder of the day.
No. I object.
And considering the situation here, I think it'd be best if you leave Ruhr tomorrow morning. You have my permission as a sitting director on the Academy's board.
But...
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm not going to keep making the same mistakes anymore.
Oh?
All my life, I've turned a blind eye to what was going on right in front of me. I did it when you drove Grandfather out and took his position as chairman. And I did it when Father died and you let work become your life. All along, you've been working to build the company bigger and bigger, and all along, I just looked the other way. But in our field studies at Thor's, I've seen the imbalances and injustices of the world crop up over and over again. But even with that, I, and all of us, really, have to face that head on. And that's exactly what we've been doing. You asked what our purpose is. After 6 months at the Academy, that's my answer.
Well said.
Agreed. That's why this time, I don't plan on backing down. You need to hear the truth, and I need to be the one to tell you. As your daughter, as your family, and above all, as someone who's watched the Reinford Company grow ever since I was a little girl. Mother, you're running this company the wrong way.
My lady.
Can I assume you, in your infinite wisdom, are planning to tell me the correct way to run my company?
Naturally. But I still need more experience before I can do that. I promise you, though, that by the time I graduate from the Academy, I'll show you how this company should be run. As someone who just might succeed you as the chairman someday, I should be able to do at least that much.
It's one thing to make a promise. It's quite another to live up to it. Still, at least you're starting to see the bigger picture.
Mother.
Give it to her, Sharon.
Certainly. Here, my lady.
What's
Card
this?
key?
Some kind of key card?
Correct. It opens the door to a passage that connects Ruhr City to the Iron Mine.
Wait.
There's really a secret passage?
The former chairman built it for use in case of an emergency. You'll find the entrance in the underground part of a maintenance room on the upper level of the city.
If we use that passage...
We should be able to completely avoid having to deal with the Provincial Army.
I'm not going to say thanks. Right now, I just believe this is the best way to press forward. And I'm going to tell you why through actions, not words.
Excuse us, Madam Chairman. We've learned a lot during our field studies, and we'll put it all to use to come out on top.
You don't need to worry about us.
They've grown a lot in the last 6 months. It's been a pleasure to watch them. Surely it wouldn't hurt to acknowledge that Lady Elisa has grown too.
She's still got a ways to go. If she wants to take the mantle of the Reinford Company from me, she'll have to show me she's got what it takes. Anyway, it seems all our principal players have assembled. Can I ask you to do one more thing for me?
Certainly.
Judgment arrow. Okay. Should be noted that there is only a few chests on this route, and it's
Who would
all
have thought
straight
there'd
shot.
be an underground passage going all the way from Ruhr to the mine? Gwen really does think of everything.
Oh, you know Elisa's grandfather?
I've heard you two got along famously back when he was still living in Ruhr.
He taught me all kinds of great stuff. How to pick up girls, the best spots in the entertainment district, you know, the really important things in life.
It's not that I can't believe it, it's that I can. Too easily.
Seriously.
I can only hope to sit and learn at the feet of the Master one day.
Still, it's probably thanks to him that Angie didn't go any further off the rails than she did.
Can't deny that.
That's nothing to laugh about.
I wonder if we'll seem as colorful to the first years when we're second years.
So, you think this is gonna work?
All right, that should do it.
What is this thing?
An orbital wave antenna?
It's currently in development at the Institute of Technology, but I managed to convince them to let me borrow it. It emits directional orbital waves to widen the area where you can transmit and receive signals. That means you'll be able to use your Arcus unit's communication functionality even down here in the mine.
That sounds pretty handy.
You can do that?
Yep, Toa is busy gathering information on what's going on across the Empire right now. I'll be able to pass that info along to you while overseeing this operation. But if things get too dangerous, I'll give you the order to pull out, so make sure you keep the line open.
Got it.
It'll be nice to have some support.
Well, if George is just a call away, we've got nothing to worry about.
Okay, I think it's about time we got going. And Thanks again, everyone, for coming along. I've got my Arcus on me, so I should be able to hold my own in battle.
Always room for one more with us.
Your knowledge of the mind will really be invaluable.
I'm looking forward to seeing you clean up with those Taito skills of yours.
Okay. Now the question is... Yes, we can. Okay, then she can definitely be part of the team. Can I mess with the cords too? Yes, I can. Wait a minute, what is emblem? Oh, I can't see. Decreases damage received relative to how low the HP is. Huh. Okay. Alright, well, since I get to actually mess around with this, we're gonna change a few things up. We're also gonna change a few other things. Since I can mess with the quartz. Doesn't Evergreen do the confusion? Okay, she is all physical strength, nothing for ATS, so don't even bother putting that on. Got it. Now, she may not be able to have much in terms of damage output for arts, but we are going to give her at least one to use in case we get a 0 arts with her. Because I am putting her on the team. Okay, we're gonna switch out Alyssa for Angie. And she's level 61. Okay. Alright. Tactics. Okay. This should be an interesting setup. What do we got? Okay, I just wanted a quick refresher. Alright, so we are going to quick save real quick, since we did get a bunch of cutscenes and dialogue done and over with. Alright, let's see time. Alright, I'm gonna stop stream here and we'll pick up again in a minute and finish off this field study. Alright, see you guys in a bit.